This show was something else. I only watched it because, Cameron Boyce. And he died a few years ago. And this is one of his newest roles. Literally the only reason I watched it. We have two wrestlers actually in here. JR, Jim Ross, the WWE announcer, and now the AEW announcer, has a small role. He only has 2 scenes in this show, and he plays this character named Ned. They kind of just forget about him, I guess. Or that's all they were going to use him for, was those 2 scenes, I guess. Shows up in like the first episode and the third episode. There's 8 episodes and he never shows up again. Eva Marie, a very crappy wrestler, to say the least. She was in WWE before women were really treated with respect, and she was one of the main talents. She fought Summer Rae, a few other people. She had a good few-year run, ended up leaving the company. She was only there because at the time WWE was hiring a lot of models, and she was a model. She ended up coming back to WWE. They had commercials everywhere about it in 2020. Her hype for her return. And then she came back with pink hair. She had red hair during her first run. And she had a very short run. Had a feud with Doudrop, her assistant. And she didn't do much then either. She didn't really wrestle. She occasionally wrestled and the matches weren't very long. That's partly because Eva Marie isn't a good wrestler and Vince didn't respect women's wrestling. But yeah, she's in this show and she doesn't do much. She dates one of the characters in the show, Bella Thorne. I don't remember the character name though. There's like way too many characters and hardly of them do anything. It's a mess. There's drama everywhere. They have like 5 fucking plot lines per episode. And then they don't even finish half of them. They set up a bunch of shit for a season 2, which probably isn't going to happen because Cameron Boyce died. And he was a decently big part of the show. They set up some fucked up shit. The biggest thing Eva Marie does in this show is piss on someone. She gets mad at a girl, so she walks up to her and pees on her. So I can see that she's not doing much better outside of her WWE career. It's nothing against her, just, she's not a good wrestler. She doesn't need to be in wrestling. And in this show, she doesn't do anything special. She does take a guy's condom to frame him. Johnny masturbates into a condom and she says she'll throw it away for him. But instead she puts it in the freezer. So I guess that was a setup for something to happen in season 2. For more drama. And they also have the dude Dylan, who really didn't do much important things. He did like one thing that was kind of important. It was a big plot point of the show for like a few episodes, but that was it. Where he decided to play one of their new songs. So later he doesn't get to go to one of their concerts because of that. Or something like that. I don't remember exactly what. There's quite a few Disney stars in this show. Like, of course, I got Bella Thorne. I got Cameron Boyce. Also got the dude from Descendants in here. But the rest are original ones. There are 2 actors that I think are completely useless in this show. They're just weird. But I don't really know their names, so I guess I gotta look at the cast. I think Capricorn is the one that I'm thinking about. Fritz, too, really wasn't that important. Gabriel, yeah, Gabriel was just a weird dude. So was Capricorn. I don't know why Cameron's listed as the second. He really didn't do much. They also throw in this one plot line that one of the members is dating this trans woman, and he's not, like, ready to show up with her or something like that. They have in, like, the very last episode, her call him and he doesn't answer, and then they don't do anything with that. Like, she calls him, but they don't show a scene after that. He doesn't pick up, and then they're just done. Why throw in that scene if it's literally gonna lead to nothing? It's just such a messy show. And a big plot line is just very odd to me. A big plot line that is like most of the show is that Johnny slept with someone and he had a baby with that person. It was just like a one-night stand thing. They only say it once, but once is enough. They say the person he slept with was 18. So, yes, legal. Still gross. I don't know how old Johnny is supposed to be. Probably 26, 24 in this show. Doesn't make it any less gross. They specify her age in that scene. I just think that's weird. Cameron Boyce does a phenomenal job in this show, but 90% of his scenes are just drama. They'll set up drama for them to have later, or they'll have drama immediately. He does not do much besides drama. Always having a scene where he argues with his mom, and then eventually they laugh it off. Argues with his mom, laugh it off. Argues with his mom, apologize. It's different every time. I dropped my phone on my face. That's why that happened. But yeah, that's literally what most of his character is. Occasionally he'll plan stuff because he is a singer too. That's a big part of the show is singing. And I'm not a fan of singing, so I wasn't a huge fan of this show because of that too. But hey, it's my fault I didn't really research this show. I was just like, well, Cameron Boyce, I'm gonna watch it. Just a lot of the characters don't get enough screen time. There is also this manager dude that I don't really remember. He has a bit of problems with his wife. They completely forget about the wife and she doesn't show up for several episodes. And then she shows up in like the very last episode. What's his name? I think it's Adam. I think it's that dude. There's a scene where they're having this nice dinner and he gets an important call of someone blackmailing him. So he has to leave the dinner. Then we don't see his wife for the longest time. They don't talk about their problems or anything. Because now they gotta worry about the new drama. So they can't focus on any of that shit. So then the final episode has them talk for like 1 minute and he says he loves her and she says he loves him, and then that's it. It's just such a messy show that's trying to deal with way too much drama at the same time. Drama after drama after drama. It's just such a messy show. It makes me want to watch Iron Fist, even though I really don't want to watch that show. It's just so messy. You know, just really not that good. The show has a very brief thing at the very end that says "Rip Cameron Boyce in memory of him, 1999 to 2019." But I think that's, kind of lazy. It's just not a very good show. Characters are messy, characters barely get developed. There's no characters I care about except for Cameron Boyce. And that's only because I care about him from other shows. So if I decided to watch this show because it got recommended me on Amazon Prime or something, there probably would have been no motivation for me to watch it if not for Cameron Boyce. A lot of the show is just drama. And not very good drama, because they don't handle it well. And I guess that's about it.